What's up, y'all? As you can see behind me, I'm out here at the range today. It's a nice, cool, breezy day. I've been having a lot of fun out here doing some testing, checking out some new tools, and this one right here ought to be a very interesting AK ammo test. So y'all know the drill by now, the jelly contraptions out here with the chrono and 2 blocks of gel. Now, I hadn't done any tests in these blocks of gel yet, but they are the B team blocks. As you can see, they got a little bit of a yellow tint to them, but they're still pretty nice and clear. But we use the B team for real messy stuff, and this right here is probably gonna get messy. So what we're testing here today is a couple of different types of 7.62 by 39 ammo. So we're going with the TulAmmo 122 grain hollow point. So you can see there, hollow point 7.62 steel case. And then the other one we're going with is a 7.62 Wolf. This one is a 125 grain soft point. So 3 more grains of weight on this one, and it's a soft point. So pretty interesting around there. Like I say, these are the Wolf polyformants. I don't have these in a box just because my soft points are in ammo cans in 1,000 round cases with the little tab off the individual boxes in it. Now, I have actually tested one of these before, and I think it's these hollow points. If it was these, whichever one it was, they went all to pieces in the gel. So I think it was these hollow points, so I about know what to expect out of these. I'm not sure what to expect out of these soft points, but it's probably going to be very similar. Now, as far as the tool today, we're using a 16-inch PSAK GF3, so we got a full 16-inch barrel on it. This test between the hollow point and soft point was actually a request, so y'all know I try my best to get to most of the things y'all asked me to do. If I hadn't done it yet, it ain't because I'm ignoring you, I just hadn't got around to it. But this ought to be pretty interesting, so let me get this stuff set up and let's check it out. All right, y'all, let's get some speeds out of these rounds and see what they're moving. I'm gonna do a 5-round average with each one of them. I'm gonna start out with the hollow points first. Now, I'm back a little bit further than I normally am with my pistol test. I'm about right at 8 yards right here. Normally, I'm about 10 feet, but I'll move back to 8 yards. I thought 10 feet was a little bit unrealistic for something like this. Even 8 yards is getting a little close, but it'll work for what we're trying to figure out right here. So let me get a 5-round average on these hollow points, y'all, and see what kind of speeds we got. I'm expecting about 25, 26, something like that. Let's see what happens. .2376, 2338, 2347, 2387, and 2346. So a little bit slower than I was figuring. Let's go check that average out. I feel like y'all all the way across the range from me way down there, but the 5-round average on these hollow points was 2,357 feet per second. So moving on pretty decent. Let me reset this and let's check the soft points. All right, y'all, 5 rounds of the soft points. So these should be moving a little bit slower since they're a little bit heavier, but crazy things happen out here. Y'all know how it is sometimes, but let's see what we can do. 5-round average. 2331, 2380, nothing there. Now we did get a reading, 2384 and 2383. I think we had two 2380s. Let's go down there and check that average. 5-round average on these soft points is 2,374 feet per second. And if you remember on the hollow points, it was 2357. So actually 17 feet per second faster from the soft points, which were a few grains heavier. So I definitely did not expect that, but really not much difference at all. 17 feet per second is basically nothing. So let me get this reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's Comrade Jelly time. I'm gonna put 1 round of each down into the gel down there. We're gonna start out with the hollow point first. So see what we get here. I'm expecting some pretty vicious energy down there. Them jelly blocks is gonna jump, y'all. So here we go. Just like I figured, they jumped off the table and knocked my doggone camera over. Let me go see if I can clean that up. All right, y'all, that right there was an absolute mess. Let me tell you, I mean, y'all saw it flopped off the table, knocked the camera over, fell into the dirt, covered completely with dirt. I had to take the doggone thing and hose it off and clean it up a little bit. Luckily, I had my heat gun to clear it up. I think I got it cleared up pretty decent, but normally when my 308's out there at 50 yards, y'all have seen it don't flop them completely off the table. So even when I put a tarp, it never flopped them, so I quit putting tarps on the ground. But I put a tarp down just in case this time. I'm sure it won't flop off now that I'm ready for it. So anyway, let's see what this soft point does, y'all. All right, I think that's pretty good. I wanted to put it high. As long as it stayed in, we should be good. Let's go check that out. All right, y'all, what I tell you, I had the tarp down that time and it stayed on the table. But anyway, let's take a look what we got down here. As y'all can see, some massive damage down here. This is no surprise. I knew, like I say, I've tested, I'm pretty sure it was this hollow point, the one on the bottom. So that's the hollow point on the bottom, on the top's the soft point. As y'all can see on both of these rounds, just crazy, crazy wound channels, nasty amounts of disruption. Both of them started fragmenting as soon as they came in, basically. You can see bits of lead and jacket in both of them. Now I will say this soft point looks like it's got a lot more lead bits than this bottom hollow point. The hollow point's got some jacket slinging off and it's got a couple little pieces of lead, but this top soft point made an absolute mess. Just tiny pieces of lead, just basically shattered into hundreds of little tiny pieces of lead. And then you can see it dumped the jacket off here and what was left kept going and just barely tickled the front of that second block. The hollow point, on the other hand, you see it right here. There's the bulk of it. It didn't make it quite as far as that soft point. But as far as the penetration on it, that hollow point got 14 inches of forward momentum. The soft point, like I said, it's about, it poked into this second block about 1/8 of an inch, so it's right there at 16 inches. Here's your angle from above. If you notice all this wrinkled and just weird looking areas around this wound channel, this is what happens anytime I've done higher powered rounds. It's got such a stretch where it deforms this gel that it's just basically stretch marks, and when it goes back, the gel's got stretch marks. But anyway, again, this is the soft point. As you can see, tons of little bits of lead all the way through that thing. And then, like I say, dumped the jacket off there, kept going, and just barely poked in that second block. From the other side here, you can see the hollow point a little better on the bottom. As you can see, there's some lead in that one too, but it doesn't look like near as many tiny little pieces of lead in the hollow point. And then you see there, travels to about right there. All right, y'all, let's take a look at these projectiles. So right here, this is the soft point. This right here is the hollow point. Now this hollow point, it was stuck together until I pulled it. I actually broke the jacket loose from the actual piece of lead there. So, but that was stuck together inside the gel just like this. So as you can see, it definitely expanded, kind of not really, and I wouldn't say uniformly, but it definitely expanded. It turned into a nasty, gnarly chunk of lead. Same with the soft point here. So they look about the same size as far as the main chunk of lead being expanded. Like I say, soft point, hollow point there. Now the soft point was separated from its jacket, but I pulled it out anyway so we can get some different measurements and see what's going on. But let's measure them up and see what we got. So we'll start with the hollow point. This one was 122. We're now at 96.8, so lost quite a bit of material off of that one. Now the soft point started at 125. Just the lead part is 82.4, and if we add back the jacket, it moves us to 108.8. So I don't know if you should really add the jacket there. It didn't retain it with the lead, but both pieces were still inside. Now, as far as expansion on them, we'll start with this hollow point. They're both very inconsistent. The longest part on this hollow point is 755.6.55, so some nice expansion on that without a doubt. Like I said, just very uncontrolled, just really erratic expansion. Now the soft point, pretty much the same story here. The longest part on this one looks like about right there. We got 0.60 over here. You got 606, and then a little bit of a shorter area. You got 515, so still fantastic expansion on that one also. So there you have it, y'all, the 7.62x39 hollow point and soft point. Like I said, they're really kind of similar. They both went in, caused some really crazy amounts of damage. As far as expansion, they're really similar there, the way they deformed and kind of started fragmenting, coming to pieces. Penetration is really similar, a couple inches difference there, but either way, you're talking about this is around 1,500 foot-pounds of energy. It don't matter really that you're only at 14 inches or 13 inches or 12 inches or whatever you want to stop that. 1,500 foot-pounds of energy is 1,500 foot-pounds of energy. But anyway, both of these would definitely get the job done. So I'm not sure where you would use one over the other, or if you would just use whichever one's available. But y'all let me know what y'all's thoughts are on these. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for another AK jelly test. Pretty interesting test here. Like I said, I already pretty much knew what that hollow point was gonna do. It did almost the same thing, if I remember correctly, in that previous test, and I figured the soft point was just gonna do about the same. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the results on this one. Are these some rounds that y'all actually use, one or the other of them? Have you had good results out of them? What do you think about them? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell notification icon so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Take a second, hit up those affiliate links down in the comments. That Amazon link, if you shop through there anyway, hit that link up first. You go straight through Amazon like normal from there, and anything you buy after that, anywhere on the site, I get a kickback from them towards the channel. The same goes for those Axle links. If you're looking for some fantastic ear pro, hit those links up down there and you can save a pile of money instead of going straight through their site. I appreciate all my Range Gang members and every single one of y'all out there that supports the channel. I got a lot of good stuff coming y'all's way, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.